Hello everyone, welcome to an Apple a Day. This is your host, Apple here. Hope you all are doing well. We can go ahead and start off with our 5-minute meditation and then get into our episode topic. I am feeling calm all over my body. I let go of things that are not helping me. I am free of anxiety and continue to do so. My drive and ambition allow me to achieve my goals. I'm going to ask for help and support. My anxiety is melting away. I am in peace. I have the ability to stop worrying about things. I find it easy to lower my stress. I believe that it benefits me to refuse to bring my stress home. I am able to live the life I desire. My muscles are relaxed. I am releasing all tension from my mind. I take deep, calming breaths. I'm in control of my thoughts and mind. I stop my emotions before they get the better of me. My mind is full. I am letting go of today. I see my struggles as opportunities to grow. I am getting stronger every day. I'm happier when my inner voice is calm. I prefer inner peace more than temporary satisfactions. I imagine my life without anxious thoughts. I succeed even in stressful situations. I am happy because I have made up my mind to be. Life is too short for me to waste it in a bad situation. I am limitless. My body is relaxed when my mind is calm. I love myself as I am. This feeling is only temporary and will pass shortly. I am brave and courageous for trying. I deserve good things. My mind is calmed and stress-free. I am focusing on myself and my inner peace. I am free of worry. I am flexible. As I say yes to life, life says yes to me. The past is behind me, and I am open to new and fulfilling things. I am resilient in the face of adversity. I am shaping new thinking habits. I choose peace and serenity. I am surrounded by good energy. I conquer this day no matter what mountain I had to climb yesterday. I am leading my head toward positive thoughts. I am feeling strong. I release anxieties and stress. I choose to focus on the positive. I feel calmed in this very moment. I am calm and at ease. I cope with my problems in healthy ways. I give myself the opportunity of joy and happiness. I concentrate my efforts on what I can control. I'm allowed to say no to situations that give me stress. I let go of my daily stress and focus on joy. I am human like everyone else. Alright, and that's going to end our 5-minute meditation. We're going to go ahead and get into the episode topic. Okay, so this week's episode topic question is, what are 3 social environments that could help take my mind off of stressors? So basically, this is like, what are ways that you can ground yourself and that you can calm yourself? What environments do you seek or go to alleviate that stress, right? So for me, as I look at this question, it's more like it's not just a physical thing, but it's also a mental thing, right? Because a lot of times we find ourselves in physical situations where, we can't really do much. It can be at work, it can be at school, it could literally be anywhere. And mentally, we can control a lot more than we can in the physical. Sometimes in the physical, you're only allowed to, place yourself here or there. Sometimes you're not even allowed to do that. And say, for example, if you're in a meeting or something and, you're uncomfortable for some reason in the meeting, or say you're at an outing with friends or family and for some reason you're uncomfortable, but it could be a requirement that you be in that situation in those 2 scenarios, right? You may be able to, at some place, excuse yourself to go to the bathroom, excuse yourself to get some fresh air, kind of thing. And in those ways, you can, change the physical. But sometimes you're not even, you don't even have the ability to do that, right? So what you do when you can't escape physically is you escape mentally. So that's, a form of reality alteration. And it's basically understanding that there's, physical things that you can't change. There are things that are out of control that you can't change. But what you can change is how you think about the situation, how you think about the environment, your mentality about the situation or the place, kind of thing is what you can change. It's what you have control over, right? So one of the best things that you do is, or what I like to advise is mind exercises where, whether you're in a situation that's, uncomfortable or stressful for you, or even if, you're just daydreaming, it's basically, the advice is to daydream, to imagine, to fantasize about, it can be someplace better than where you are currently. Someplace you're more comfortable, you feel more safe, kind of thing. And that's in part of like having like an active imagination that helps to allow that creativity to fly. There's nothing wrong with, being stuck in a situation, but mentally you be somewhere else, and like it makes it okay to be in that situation. Not saying it's okay in the sense of, the situation can still be bad, but you're using your own mental to make living there or being in that environment a little bit more hospitable, a little bit more tolerable, if you will. And those are all cool things. For me, there's like 3 like major things that I do to take my mind off of stress. Number 1 is I stay in my room. Alright, my room is my hideaway. It's my getaway. I furnish it. I make it someplace that I would want to stay, that I would want to relax. Yes, I stay in there and I sleep and stuff, but it's also, I try to make it so that it's comfortable, that if something's going wrong, and you know how they have in the Disney movies, or specifically, in Cinderella, right? She's running away from the ball because all her stuff is turning back to the original equipment that it was before, and she kind of just falls on her bed and cries. Yeah, I want to be able to do that, but in my room, if need be. So basically, I foster an environment physically in my room that would allow that. But not just like the physicality of like it being my room. There are other aspects that my room offers, like how comfortable it is allows me to do the other things that allow me to escape. Specifically, so like me having a comfy bed and a blanket that I can cuddle up in. If nothing else, I can just cuddle up and take a nap. If it's like, for example, if I have a headache, instead of like taking medicine right away for it, I usually just go drink some water and take a nap. If it's something that I need to be up, then obviously I'll take medicine for it and hope that it goes away. But a lot of times I save having to take medicine because I just drink water, take a nap. Water, napping. That's number one and two in terms of medicine in my medicine cabinet, kind of thing. I also like to escape through reading. Like, I love reading. I've loved reading since I was a child. Very, very young. My first word was actually book, according to my parents. So, that should tell you, like, what, reading means to me, what books mean to me. You get to escape into a different, the reality of, the world of or the universe of that book, or of that story. So, like, I will read webtoons, I'll read webcomics, either romance or, like, action, stuff like that. Or I'll just read, like, regular books, self-help, romance, comedy, adventure, action, whatever, really seems interesting. I don't really have a genre in terms of, like, books, but mainly for webtoons, it's, like, romance and, like, action type stuff. And usually when it's romance, it's like stuff with like historical monarchies and like emperors, empresses, and all this other stuff. And it has like some historical background too. I like stuff with historical background. That's interesting to me. Also in my room, like it doesn't have to be in my room specifically, but in my room I kind of just talk with my friends on Discord. So that's another escape. I can just, we just be having our own little world, our own little thing going on when we're playing video games. We're enjoying our time together. We're enjoying chilling, talking about whatever is on the agenda to talk about, whatever's, happening in the world, or whatever just comes up in terms of conversation based on videos or other media that we're influenced by, or is available to us, kind of thing. Just talking with, friends. I don't really like to go out too much, but I do enjoy like having access to like a good group of friends that I can talk to just basically anything about, and it helps with like understanding and getting like different perspectives on things, for sure. And that's one of the great things about the internet, in that sense, that you have access to people from all around the world. You can gain insight into new perspectives, learn so much from people, and learning is the thing I like to do. So having access to that is an escape for me. Another like kind of physical thing I do, I go to a local animal shelter for cats. I like all animals, personally, but in recent years I've been wanting a cat more because it's small. I can like stay in my room and stuff like that. I basically go there and I volunteer. And, when I first went there, it was just like, why not take the afternoon, go for an hour, and just vibe with some cats. So sometimes I'll just go, when I'm feeling like I want to, just pet some cats, see what's up with them, how they're doing, and all this other stuff. But also, I go there when I'm really stressed and sad. And I don't know, I just be feeling like a Disney princess up in there because, like, I'll be sad. I remember there's one time I was really, really upset. And I actually went in there and I was crying. And it was nice because, like, all the cats just kind of, like, came up to me and they were, like, meowing and they were, like, snuggling up to me. I'm like, this is fine. This is okay. So one of the things I really like about animals is that sometimes they don't, like, they know, but they don't know in the same way that humans would know that something's wrong. But animals know in different ways in how they, act towards you. They change up to suit that. So, like, I was sad and I was crying because I was so upset. I don't even remember what it was in particular. I know it was a host of things at the time, but I know I was really, really stressed. And, just having, something there to keep me okay. It's not a person. I'm not relying on somebody else to do it for me, kind of thing. We're relying on, I was kind of at the mercy of the cats. They didn't have to come up to me, but it's like they can feel the hurt and they kind of want to make it better. Dogs are the same way. They can kind of tell when, like, their owners and stuff, or even now with their owners, other people as well sometimes. When you're sad and they cuddle up to you, they're just they do what they can to make sure that you're all right. So, like, in the sense, I really loved volunteering and going over there and just chilling with them, especially when I'm really stressed or sad. And it's made a world of a difference. I feel like I can, kind of go on, just push through because, I got the cats backing me up. Other good thing about going to that animal shelter specifically is that like, the owners of the animal shelter, they obviously like the cats, right? But when I go there, I can also meet others that like animals. So I have friends that, like cats as well, and we'll go over there sometimes. And to be honest, that's probably gonna be one of the places I miss the most when I leave and move for pharmacy school. But it also gives you opportunity to meet others with similar interests, like just going to a place like that. You going to a cat shelter, you're gonna meet people that like cats or want a cat, so you get to meet people with a common shared interest of cats. It can be animals in general, but like you can just have quick convos, nothing too deep or anything, but it is very, very relaxing to even just have a convo and be like, oh well, this one likes this one better, like this toy or whatever. And that's a nice very comfortable feeling. The last big thing for me in terms of like social environments that help is just honestly being in nature. So for me, when I was at university, my first university, one of the things I like to do was during my free time, like my off hours, when it wasn't like too late in the afternoon, so when it wasn't blazing hot when the sun was out, I would go out and I would sit on like a little ledge place, and I would go and meditate. in and just be in nature. I just watch the trees, feel the wind's breeze on my skin, have the sun glisten on me. It was, and just take time to just breathe. Like, so much in the world is going on around me, but in moments like that, I can just take time to just breathe, just exist. Like, that's all that I'm asking myself. That's all the universe is asking of me, is to just breathe. And I think that is a really it's a really lovely experience, to just not have to do anything, I guess, but just exist in a moment. It's very nice for grounding, and it does really well for stress relief, I'll tell you. Back in those days, I was super stressed about so much stuff, but that really, it really did help a lot. Meditation in general, obviously, is really good. Meditation in nature is like top tier. But with nature, you can also do other things. Like, you can go to a park. So many things that you can do at a park. There's so many activities that are there. So you can participate in stuff that other people are doing there at the park. Maybe there's, someone, it's dog day or something. People out there walking dogs. You may not have a dog, or you may have a dog. You can just go out there and just vibe. See other people playing with the dogs playing with other dogs. You can vibe. Owners, if you ask nicely, owners may allow you to pet the dog. That's a plus. We love doggos. Just in general, seeing other people happy makes me happy. So, like, seeing that type of stuff is a win for me. I like exercise, but I hate to sweat, right? So, like, another thing that I like is stuff like hiking and stuff. That it's basically just walking, but obviously it's a little bit more terrain. It's gonna be not necessarily tough on your body, but it does build up body muscle and stuff like that, especially the calves. But the good thing about hiking trails is that you get to experience understanding, accepting nature, and just like moving through the world is really unique at any given time, and really calming. I don't do photography really, but like the only like photos I take is like the photos on my phone. I'm not a photographer or anything, but always like my favorite thing to photograph is nature, landscape, and like number one is sunsets. I've never really I'm up when the sun rises, but I'm not outside and going when the sun rises. But I usually come home in like the afternoon, so I do get to see the sunset. And like, I don't know, seeing the sunsets, like, I don't know, it just feels a very surreal thing to me. It's probably what I think that's probably why it's one of my favorite things to photograph. I'm into like surreal and abstract art. I like surreal and abstract art. A lot of the painters and stuff that I liked growing up, that Picasso and stuff. So it's really nice to see that represented, like my type of art style that I like to like in terms of like viewing, seeing that art style represented, and then even seeing like surreal realism or realism things, seeing that obviously it's present in nature, it's present there, there's art there. It's really nice to think and to see. Probably my favorite thing about just being in nature in general is obviously I said, just, only expectation is just to exist and breathe. But also it's like, you don't have to worry about anything but the beauty of the world. Like, that's the only thing you really have to worry about in that sense. And I think for me, looking at any given aspect of nature, it seems to me, like, how it comes to me is that, like, my problems seem so minuscule compared to, like, what's going on in the world, like, what's going on in the world in general, right? But also, like, they seem so minuscule compared to, like, me being a speck on the earth. And it's not to say, like, you're insignificant kind of thing. It's not to have it in that sense. So it's just like, there's so much more out there. There's so many things so much bigger than you that are just beautiful that you can take in. So instead of, like, worrying about things that you can't control, or being negative about things that are available or in your life, there's just too much beauty, too much kindness out there to find, in my opinion, to worry about thinking only about the negative, if that makes sense. It seems like too much effort to do that all the time, to always think negative, to always be looking at, and I understand that, stress is like, it's stress that really does that to us. But I didn't realize it until, like, I started meditating in nature, what it really means to stop and smell the roses. And, like, that's like really good quote, really great advice. I think it's really important for us all to, just stop and smell the roses. And on that note, I think I am done with this episode topic question. So we're just gonna round up this episode and say 3 good things. Then I'll let you guys go. So for me, 3 good things that happened this week. Finally got in contact with my roommate. She's a sweetheart. That's all I'll be saying on that, basically. But I was able to get in contact with who I'll be living with in my apartment in pharmacy school. So that's nice. I shouted them out last week, but Highland Crystals, man, I don't know what it is. Just going over there and just vibing over there, it's really relaxing. It's really helped me. I've been really, really stressed these last couple weeks. Been feeling sad, actually, a little bit depressive, but I kind of just go and watch, and I kind of just let my worries kind of just disappear and try not to think too negatively of things as I've been doing lately, because there's stuff that I can control and stuff I can't control, and I feel like I've been focusing a lot on what I can't control, and I need to stop that because it's leading to my sadness and my depresso. So there was that. Oh snap, there was another thing, but I forgot what I was gonna say. I can't remember the other thing. I'll probably remember it and write it down, and I'll mention it next week or something. But I think a good thing, kind of, okay, this can be seen as bad depending on how it manifests. But I'm becoming more confident and comfortable with myself in terms of, like, I'm caring a lot less of what people think or say. So that's a really good growth prospect. It obviously can, manifest in a bad way, not taking advice or not listening to other people at all. But I'm caring less about what other people say, but I know that it's also making me numb to a lot of things that happen, because it's kind of just like, okay, whatever kind of things, and I don't know necessarily if I like that or not. So I guess I'll keep you guys updated on that. But for the most part, I'm ready to start the next chapter of my life, and just praying for nothing but, being shown the right path and, adhering to it, kind of thing. So on that note, I'd like to thank you guys all for listening. I appreciate that so much. As always, if you have questions, comments, or topic ideas, you can tweet me at an apple a day with 2 Y's. And that'll be it. Thank you guys so much for listening in, and I hope you have a good one. Alright, bye-bye.